Welcome back to the Charles Eoghan Experience.
Hey, mate.
Welcome back. All good, fam?
Should we start again?
No, this is good.
This is a good one.
This is a good one.
This is take number...
Perfect start.
Take number 8? It is take number 8. If you count the 5 from the other time, plus the fucked up version.
Messed up lot.
Hold on, 5 plus 1.
6. That was 6.
8.
Guys, remember, like and subscribe. YouTube, top left-hand corner. Get on them. They've slowed down. If you're new to listening, make sure you do that. Spotify, YouTube, like, subscribe, do all that.
What, the like and subscriptions have slowed down?
Not on YouTube. Shout out YouTube. To be honest, that's all we care about these days.
We only care about YouTube, yeah. We only get money off YouTube. So if you're not listening to it on YouTube, just
YouTube. Everything. We've got to answer some YouTube questions today as well. We've got backload. We've got backtrack what we didn't answer in the last time. But that's okay because we have to do 2 podcasts this week. That's all good. We're going to spend a lot of time together. And this Wednesday, we have it all sorted to do, as requested, match breakdown, technique breakdown.
Oh, I didn't mention. Julie, I'm getting a new passport tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Guys, like and subscribe. I'm getting a new passport tomorrow. French. Shout out the French embassy. Yeah. They got me in really quickly on short notice. Like, I've got to go. And they were like, cool, just come in. We'll get it done for you. You can leave with the passport.
Tomorrow or Wednesday?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Wednesday, I actually have a doctor's appointment for my ear, but it's going to be before we... and then we're going to do that thing that we said we'd do.
Yeah. Perfect. Let's get some questions. Time is of the essence. It's gone.
Is it? All right, then.
Hurry up, man.
Okay, all right. Quick one, yeah. How long before BJJ athletes make it to the level of wrestling athletes in their respective sport? I believe this is the 18th time we answer this. So, I think you'll find this answer... So what did we say last time?
I can't remember. What did we say?
Basically, over time, I believe the athleticism of jiu-jitsu dons will surpass wrestling in that the juice will...
There'll be too much juice.
There'll be so much juice that everyone will just be training for hours and hours.
Yo.
No,
we're cool.
Anyway, everyone will just be training so much. And also, like, now that jiu-jitsu people are actually using wrestling techniques instead of, like, made-up bullshit, like, pinching your knees on a single leg, then, sooner or later, I think jiu-jitsu will, in terms of pure athleticism, maybe surpass wrestling. However, the talent pool is smaller. Let's never forget the talent pool is smaller. And maybe for countries where healthcare isn't that good, they'd probably prefer to do just wrestling where technically you should get fewer injuries, but in actuality, you probably get way more.
You get more overuse injuries. They train.
Yeah, chronic injuries and acute injuries. Yeah. So anyway, that is my...
That answers that.
Cents. Next.
Okay,
like and subscribe per comment. Have you gone through a total meniscectomy? Apparently, it's not meniscectomy, it's meniscectomy, unless my surgeon was a retard, which I'm sure he was.
They were, yeah. Christian did it, didn't he?
No, he is actually also a surgeon, but that was for Vietnam. Have you gone through... So, a partial one for me. He said that it would be under 30%, and I'm willing to believe him. I can't actually see, and he didn't actually show me, but I'm just going to take his word for it, because he seemed like a trustworthy man,
Gotta take his word for it, fam.
Yeah, just got to take the man's word for it. Anyway, dealing with switch base half over the back grip. I think it's just called over back grip, mate. So what I like to do, again, is I like to hold my head and crawl it up my face, a self-frame, so that their over back grip, you can just, slip your elbow on the inside of it. And some people like to go octopus guard. I find that basically every single time someone tries to go octopus guard off my over back grip, I'm able to... like face choke them or get to their back or something like that. Basically, so far, every single time, I would not recommend going.
They've done that. It's that, isn't it?
The problem with octopus guards, is that you have to support their body weight the whole time whilst you work on your arm, which if someone's your size or smaller, all right, you can do it a couple times in a session, but over a 2-hour session doing it on big fellas, it's just not going to happen. Try that move on someone bigger than you and come back to me and let me know if it works. There's some trickery though, don't get me wrong. You can build base and then as they push back into you, you can make extra space so they fall into the gap and then you can cut around them. But all that is just you getting exhausted while they're just putting pressure on you. That said, I might just eat my words and someone might fuck me with an octopus guard pretty soon. So
hopefully.
Yeah,
hopefully
I'd love to get fucked by an octopus guard.
If you're good at octopus guard, come train at Submission Grappling Club.
Come and fight me by the Romanian embassy. Okay. It's actually Roger Racy Academy.
Yeah.
Dealing with reverse X to cross Ashi counters. What I like to do is a berimbolo, you see. Also, I only like to do the reverse X to cross Ashi thing if the foot is past the cross body. We're talking Ushiro reverse X. Shout out Japan on that one.
Shit.
Where you pass the leg across and because otherwise they can use their other foot to help keep their like preliminary foot away. However,
Do you know?
yeah, what do I know? Yeah, but there's some more grip switches you can do to make it effective. I just think like it's actually pretty hard to make it work on someone who's willing to sit down and scoot away and then wrestle back up, etc. It's hard to get a clean entry like that unless you pass the foot to the other side, where there's many options like a back take. There's entry saddle on the other leg. There's entry saddle on the close leg. You know, you've got too much to worry about basically. So if you pass the foot across the body, I would recommend that. If you don't, then you've probably got a bit more work to do, and it's a bit more like opportunistic.
Sick.
Okay, this one's for you, mate. It's on lifting weights.
Okay.
Power cleans appropriate for BJJ lifting.
Oh, I feel like I've already answered this.
Last time we did the
We did the pod, yeah. Is it appropriate? Sure. If you're good at it, definitely. Is it necessary? No. It's to get more explosive for jiu-jitsu. What you want to be doing is doing a variety of plyometrics and then lifting weights with intent to move it quickly. So that could be just simply lifting weights as you normally would in your strength program. You don't need to do Olympic weightlifting. It's not going to help you become more explosive or any more stronger than
normal lifting.
Than normal lifting. And that's my answer. It is like it. If you're super athletic and you can do Olympic lifting really well, not even if you're super athletic, but if you can do Olympic lifting really well, sure, I would do it. But I'm not going to bother teaching it to anyone anytime soon. I'm just not convinced.
Would you say the learning of it will reduce injuries over time in similar movements in jiu-jitsu where you learn to, let's say, pop and do whatever and then do whatever? No. Right.
No.
All right.
No.
I guess we'll call it there then.
No, because the plyometric stuff is going to have just the same impact, just like as Olympic lifting is.
But like we do
for
leg
jiu-jitsu.
plyos, but
Yeah.
do we do arm plyos?
You can do arm pliers, but the joints are different. The Achilles and the knee joints and everything, they're different. The Achilles is used to taking lots of strain, whereas the wrists and elbows, they're not the same structure. But doing some like push-up plyometrics and getting into deep stretches and being able to push out is definitely
I've seen
useful.
those.
Yeah, you
They
can
do
do
like
some,
really fast push-ups.
Yeah. That's good, like little drops, but like
Ba-ba.
it's a bit more intensive on the wrist because the wrist isn't designed for shock absorption, whereas the Achilles is. So yeah, you can do some upper body pliers, but again, like just getting stronger, lifting weights with the intent to move quickly is going to benefit your power and strength.
What do you think about, this isn't a question, but my own question.
This
What
is
do you
your
think
question.
about, this is mine from the dome. What do you think about squat with jump?
Yeah, squat jump's good.
Like, but with weight?
Sure, it's good.
On a skateboard?
Definitely.
Off a skateboard, still worth doing?
If you're good at skateboarding, yeah. How good are you? Tony Hawk?
Mm,
Not as good. Not as good.
it's hard to say really, but probably not.
Minus the skateboard, squat jumps with some weight. Yeah, it can be beneficial.
Owen Livesey's fat mate Jay Bell does those, doesn't he?
Yeah, Owen lives his fucking fat
Fat mate.
mate.
He's not even
Jay
fat,
Bell.
a fucking lying piece of shit.
Shout out to Jay Bell. He's in good shape right now. He
is
likes a
in
bit
good
of a
shape.
squat jump. He's got monster legs too.
His legs are monstrous.
Big cunt.
He could crush a watermelon.
Yeah, there's some benefit to doing some weighted, some loaded jumps.
He's going to release a north-south instructional
Nice penis. Sorry, go on.
BJJ Fanatics. It's going to be called North-South Cock in Mouth. That's the name. I recommend you look it up and buy. It's basically just a whole instruction on how to head scissor people with big legs. Like 40% of the instructional is jiu-jitsu, 60% is
Head scissor.
squatting with jumps and like crushing watermelons and just general shenanigans with his friends. So I would buy that before you buy any other instructionals, mine included. Just have a
Yeah,
Google,
get
have a
Jay
search.
Bells.
Like, don't
Jay-
take my word for it. Look up reviews. All right. Never knew Charles was so cool going to see Blink 182.
Man, that's like 2 weeks ago. That was last week.
It was still fucking good though, right? They had a really good performance.
Unbelievable performance, man. Unbelievable performance.
By what standards?
I fucking loved them. I like Blink 182. I like a bit of every music. But I am cool as well.
You also do cool stuff.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Was that like just to throw off people that thought you were cool?
Yeah, I was
Just
like,
to
should
keep
I
them
post
guessing.
it? I'll post it. People think I'm cool. And there we go. We got a fucking comment for it. Yes. Next question.
That was a good high five actually that time.
That was nice.
How to go saddle to double 50. Explain it. I'll get what you mean, bro. I'm stoned and autistic. Shout out Autism. Shout out Stonewall as well.
Yeah, I
That's
love
what he
Stonewall.
said. It's a good charity.
It's good.
if you get too high all the time, just check out Stonewall.
Yeah.
So
Come on, explain it. You
your
did last
top
time.
reaping saddle leg, you extend it, just full retard, lock it out. Full autism, lock out your reaping leg and try not to let their far leg touch the floor. If you could keep a grip on the secondary leg, that would be excellent because then it will stop them from pummeling their secondary
You'll
leg.
keep it with the left hand or
With
right
your
hand?
secondary hand. The
Secondary
primary hand is the ooking hand, the one that heel hooks.
Yeah.
Your primary hand is either controlling the primary leg's knee or the secondary leg's, let's say, knee or toes, something like that. And your secondary hand, if you can keep that secondary leg with one hand whilst you shuffle to double 50.
What kind of grip are you looking for? You're looking at toe grip, shin grip?
I like to start on the knee, and let's say they go to pull their leg out, it's going to invariably slip, and you're going to catch their toes, pinky toe, and you're going to just keep it on your chest, or you can catch their heel and have the toes like nicely trapped in your bicep, just long enough that you can turn and make a heel exposure catch. Once you make the catch, you need to put the 50-50 hook in. Your double 50 hook is already there because that's the saddle leg. Shout out this stoned guy who's still following. And and then you get to double 50. As you're getting the heel catch, you have limited time. You get the heel catch, they start to free their double 50 leg. You can finish in some sort of like weird 50-50 where you have their foot trapped in. We did a technique tip of that. Just scroll down the page and you'll see what we're talking about.
What was the technique you were calling?
It was revert. It was side guard or shin on shin or like Wolverine guard to double 50.
Yeah, the Wolverine. That was very popular.
To double 50. Yeah, but it wasn't the Sandro one. It was the other one that we did in Rogers.
Oh. Was it with Darren? No.
It was on Christian.
It was on Christian.
Yeah.
Check it out. Check out the technique tips.
Really
You'll see it.
great Uki. All right, let's move on. Man's got a good toe point. Okay, apart from Boston Crab, which pro wrestling moves are legit for BBJ? No gi.
BBJ.
Yeah, a bit weird, but okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Fuck, that
Full
kale
Nelson.
is actually disgusting to burp up.
Kale is disgusting.
To burp up
Full
is
Nelson?
even worse.
Full
It's
Nelson?
like a barbecue.
Full
So-
Nelson? Is it
Yeah, full Nelson. That's what we did last time. Full Nelson, right?
Okay.
You know this one, right? Because we did it. I was actually thinking, what did we even answer? So, single leg Boston Crab is,
People's
I
elbow?
think, pretty legit. And full Nelson, if you will. Shout out Nelson. I love that guy.
What about that move where Rikishi like sits on people's face? You know that?
Isn't that in real WWE?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
He
that
said
move.
yeah.
Yeah, that's legit. That's a smother, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
People should actually smother with their asshole a bit more. I think it'd be way more effective than you realize.
Yeah. Like, mate, get off, tap. Is that tap? Yep.
Yeah. Is it illegal to fart?
No.
No. It's illegal to shit yourself or vomit, though. Yeah, it is. It is. Actually, Silvio had a match in Grapplefest recently against was it Jacob Couch, and Silvio claims that Jacob shat himself in that match.
What?
For real, yeah. And he said there was photo evidence.
He said it smelled like shit.
That's not photo evidence, my friend. That is anecdotal photo evidence.
What
my
did he
friend.
say? He goes, he must shit his pants.
Yeah, he shit his pants, and I was like, "Damn, yeah, you're pretty scary, bro." And he's like, "No, he shit his pants," because there was a congrats to Jacob Couch on the win this weekend.
We'll get
All
to that in a
7
sec.
subs,
We'll
but
get to that in a
essentially
second.
double outside. Silvio retardedly strong, just pulling on Jacob's head. Jacob trying to bridge whilst his head is being pulled. All the bridge comes from abs and arsehole. And and photographic evidence before and after. Maybe we'll have to get Silvio on the podcast to talk through it.
That'd
But
be a good pod as well.
I asked Chris afterwards, like, is shitting a submission? It is technically an emission. So good grasp of English though, eh?
Yeah.
And and for me, that's a
Very
dub.
learned. Okay,
That's a dub. Or at least it should count in the judge's decision.
Oh, yeah, he did really well, but he did shit himself, so now we have to give it to the other
Well,
fella.
I think that's fair though.
Yeah.
That's a loss, if anything. That's
did-
almost worse than breaking a leg.
He did shit
Public
himself.
shitting yourself. But he got away with it.
Shout out Jacob Couch winning East Coast Trials. Should we talk quickly about East Coast Trials? Yeah, that usually does quite
I
well.
watched a lot of it.
Did you?
Not a lot, but I watched, I went
I
through the
watched more
top.
than you, fucking
all right, relax. I was busy.
Go on.
All right, so let me
Jacob-
try and think off the top of
Jacob,
my...
7 submissions.
Jacob out 7 subs. I mean, that's unbelievable.
That was very good.
Fair play.
That was very good.
That's excellent. And
It's 2 more than your trials.
I really liked his strategy in the final against Elder Cruz. Like he pulled the half guard without technically having like a full traditional knee shield in. I mean, he had the half guard and he had his feet locked, so he could sneak the knee shield in if he needed to. But he knew that Elder was an outside player, so he just forced a position where Elder would not be able to play his game. He sacrificed a bit of his own
Skin.
in order to get more of Eldar's skin off. Yeah,
Yeah.
skin out. And it worked, and he got a heel hook, and he is very precise with the finish from double outside. Just a great strategy. I didn't watch all of his matches. I watched another one of his matches. He straight footlocked J-Rod. And
That was
then
nasty.
J-Rod's foot was obviously fucked. And then he went against Tackett, and it was a bit weird against Tackett. It was like he was just doing it, like going through the motions and didn't really care if he won or lost. Did you watch
J-Rod.
that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. It seemed like he just didn't want to be there and he just wanted to get out there ASAP. So he just, like, when he got on the footlock, he kind of defended, but
I was
Tackett-
expecting him to get out of that, to be fair. But
the Tackett footlock.
it came on pretty aggressively. He did drop for it.
The
But
Tackett one.
yeah.
But it wasn't the same leg that got injured with Jacob Couch.
Yeah.
I don't think. And he seemed to be limping off afterwards. So I think he probably limped on the mat as well. And it was just like, there's no point me doing this. So he just tapped pretty quickly because he was like, I can't really do anything, which is, fair enough. Fuck that. No one gives a shit who came third.
And then Nicky Ryan. Who did he face in the finals? Nicky Ryan? That young kid, the 17-year-old. Was it the 17-year-old?
Nah, that was 66. It was another Dorian something.
Yeah, crazy passing.
Yates.
Dorian Yates.
Yeah, it was him, man.
Wow.
He's got a really good row. Brr, shout out.
You want to get into some questions, don't you? Okay.
No, what were we saying?
Big Dan.
Yeah, Big Dan. I didn't actually watch the matches, but I assume
He won.
the milkman was in effect.
He went for it.
smothering.
He
Yeah.
went for the smother in the final.
Did he smother the
He
guy
got
in the
it,
final?
yeah. He had a better final than he did in Europeans. Didn't have a...
That's because the European trials are just way more competitive, man.
Yeah, must be. 77 sharp. Mate, Taza lost.
Actually, yeah. I mean, Taza lost, against...
I can't remember. The guy who beat Nicky Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, what's that guy's name? We should probably Google him, give him the props instead of just being like...
Eldar. Is it Eldar?
No, that was the 88. Eldar came second in the 88, did he not?
Oh,
He lost to Jay Couch. So 77 kg trials winner, USA.
You don't need to do that. You can just go
EC.
to flow grappling.
Yeah, but then it'll take 20 years to load, won't it? Ooh.
No, flow grappling at Instagram. They've got him.
Okay, well.
Uh,
Look, mate, I can't find it, so we'll have to move on. Whilst you look for it, I'll be looking for the next question. After
Jacob Couch.
over underpass or any...
Elia Dorsey.
That was pretty close. Dorsey,
Elia
Dorian
Dorsey.
Yates.
Dorian Yates.
I need to watch that because I didn't actually watch his matches. What
It
a
was-
beast.
It was Dorian Oliveras.
That's the 66 kg guy.
Is he 17? Is he
He's
17?
17 years old, my friend.
What a stud.
So is Stefan, though.
What a stud.
Yeah, did he get any subs in it?
Don't know. Couldn't tell
I
you.
mean, if he didn't get any subs, that would be more realistic and more like, understandable how someone could possibly do that at 17. But
Yeah.
if he got all subs at 17, there's something wrong with you. Right.
He's a freak.
Yeah, you're a freak, mate. You're a fucking freak. All right. After over-under pass or any pass with the head low on their body, how to climb past frames to chest. Watch Gordon's half guard DVD. He explains it in great detail, but the gist of it is you're at the hip line. You have to control the hips until you get a cranial shift. So I guess that's turning their head away with either a near side underhook or crossface or whatever. Or like an inside tie on the far side is a good way to pin the far shoulder, but not necessarily turn their head. But yeah, basically, you're there low on the hips. They'll be pushing you with their hands. You get inside tie. You fight both sides at the same time to either get crossface and underhook or underhook and underhook. Basically, or just a crossface and a arm post. But long story short, watch Gordon's half guard DVD. You need to get ties before you move your head up to the far shoulder, and that is just the tip.
Get some ties.
Man, we should do another just the tip. It's been heavily requested.
It has.
Why does jiu-jitsu attract autistical people?
You answered this well last time, to be fair.
Because here is my answer. First of all, obviously, autistic people can be very focused on certain things and like block out noise. Some of them have real trouble blocking out background noise, but some of them, I guess, are really good at blocking out background noise.
Very
like,
clever.
Mate, and they're just sitting there like completely ignoring you. That is autism, right? Yeah. And then you've also got the social aspect. This is what I was talking about last time. The social aspect where like you might be intimidated by someone, you might hold back a bit because it's someone you like. If you're just flat out autistic, you don't even see people. You just see bodies and like numbers that you work with. It's like Neo in the Matrix. You just see ones and zeros instead of seeing people. And I think that's probably going to help you in your decision-making process. It just helps you zone in. That's why probably being high helps as well, because you're just really zoned in.
Yep.
Yeah. But on the other hand, being high will also reduce other, like sharpness and all that kind of stuff. So
sure,
you'll be more zoned in, but you might not be so athletically slay. That's basically my 2 cents. It's a shortened version of my last answer, but basically, if you're autistic, you can concentrate very well, and I think that's the most important bit. Like for 10 minutes, it's actually quite hard to
heavily concentrate on the task that you're trying to achieve, and also block like less empathy.
Yeah. What was that?
Not necessarily empathy, but less like just, I don't care what happens. I just need to get this move. I need to get this move. I need to get this move. I'm just trying to get this move.
Yeah, just like not caring who you're against. It's like an autist would probably do better against Gordon Ryan than someone who's like a super fan who probably realized like,
for sure,
I'm going to lose. I can't remember what I watched recently. It was some show. It was a short film on Netflix about some fella that learned to levitate or something like that. It's not a real one, obviously, but he was talking about you concentrate on an object, and most people can do it for like 3 seconds before they lose concentration. And this fella built up to 3 minutes really fast of pure concentration on one thing, which is apparently really hard, for just 3 minutes.
Hard to measure. Yeah.
Right?
Hard to measure as well.
Yeah, like as in let's say you just look at the laptop, but the laptop's not moving, and you just keep looking until eventually you lose concentration. I lasted like 8 seconds. Then you take a little break. Then you go again. Maybe in a couple of years, you last a minute, and so on. And this fella got to 3 minutes very quickly in the film, obviously. But basically, it's very hard to concentrate for 10 minutes straight. If you're autistic, it might not be so hard. Probably the hardest bit about jiu-jitsu is just concentrating. If you look back at your matches and you're like, oh, why did I do that? It's probably because you just lost concentration for a sec.
There you go.
I've been there. I've been guilty of that. Stings. All right, let's move on.
It stings.
Ban. Ways to lift their head and recover guard when they are J-pointing and camping on your hip.
Oh.
I've seen many a way, but best way is to go on BJJ Fanatics and buy my instructional. No, but
countering the outside passer.
That's right, sloppy seconds. Ways to lift their head and recover guard when they are J-pointing, camping on your hip. I mean, a double shoulder post works well. It's just like a plyometric push. That's the downside, is that you're just pushing them really hard.
They'll come back if you do that. They'll come back.
They'll come back, but you'll manage to pummel your lasso back in, but they might manage to pummel their hand back in. So when you pummel the lasso, generally what I like to go is go back to the triceps so they can't back out so easily.
Oh,
that's in the good. DVD, the instructional.
Do you have a disc? Do you sell like the hard copy disc?
Yeah, sometimes in Kilburn High Street, I go there and I just sit there with like 50 DVDs and just sell them to passers-by. I can't believe that actually used to happen. And I would always be like, why don't the police just come and arrest them? And now there's no more of them. So I guess...
There we go. They've all been arrested.
More fool me. Yeah. Other than that, you can allow them to have that near side arm, and you can try and crush their arm with your shin rather than pummeling your foot over the top. You can control the wrist. Once your shin is crushing their arm, you can use your knee to pop the elbow off and hit a drag and push their head down all at the same time, and then you can get an arm drag.
That's some DVD material.
It's also in the DVD.
That's some DVD material.
If you don't have autistic imagination, you're gonna have to just use normal financial means to get the DVD, or just what is it? Pirating. That's the one. Pirating works very well. You wanna ask some questions?
Yep. Okay. Neck strength exercises. I put a video. I put a video up the other day. Start with a Swiss ball or one of those big balls you see in the gym. Put it against the wall. Put your forehead into the ball. Walk back slightly till you feel there's enough tension in the ball to get a bit of stimulus in the neck. Hold that for 30 seconds. Then do it on the side. Then do it on the other side. Then do it on the back. Just do 2 to 3 sets of that for 30 seconds of each. As that improves, you can gradually increase the range of motion and make it more difficult. Once you can do that for an extended period of time, then you can start thinking about doing it on the bench for the back, or just continuing to lengthen the lever on that. You don't need to get too carried away with direct neck training. I don't think it's that valuable, to be honest. I think getting a really good overhead press, getting really good pull-ups, making sure that your scapula and shoulder blades can move well, that when you're doing exercises, they don't cramp up your traps. And that is your sure way to having a strong neck, strong traps, mobile scapula, and strong shoulders. That's
neck bridge holds facing up with the back of your head on a yoga ball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I said before. Sorry, 4 directions. So you've got front of the head, side. So you'll be doing it sideways, and then back of the head as well.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then eventually when that back of the head one, you can progress to that on the bench. And then even putting some weights on your hips or weights on your chest, and then
like Tyson.
Up. Yeah, that kind of stuff. That's very good.
He was good, wasn't he?
Mike Tyson was good. He's a strong cunt.
He was good at
he's good at jiu-jitsu,
fighting and yeah, like won ADCC, everything.
Go on.
I'll go. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me go. Shh. 63 kg pup. 63 kg purple belt. Train 5 times a week. Should I train less and lift weights, or train more as a small guy? Did you get that?
Yeah. If you're a small fella, then you should definitely be lifting some weights.
5 times a week.
No.
Just confusing you. Just
2 or 3.
checking.
I got, because I remember the question from last time. But if you'd read it like that, if it was the first time, I would have forgot. I wouldn't have understood that. But now I understand that. If you're a small fella,
hold on. Yeah, I get it. No, go on.
Clay court, grass court, tennis.
Shout
Yeah.
Ronaldinho.
He's a good tennis player. If you're a small fella, you want to lift some weights. You want to be a strong small fella. So definitely lift weights 2 to 3 times a week for sure. You?
For me,
what's your answer? Answer this question.
I would probably find a PT with qualifications first, and then I'll follow their advice. But failing that, yeah, just if you already do jiu-jitsu 5 times a week, should I train less and lift weights, or train more as a small? I mean, the U is covered, but I assume that says guy. So yeah, I would agree. Probably just do a weights on top of that.
Yeah.
And if you literally have no time, then cut out a jits and do a weights. But if you just enjoy doing jiu-jitsu and you don't enjoy doing weights, why would you do weights?
Because it's good for your general health as well. It's good.
Yeah, but if you don't care about that and you just want to hurt people at jiu-jitsu.
Well, then being stronger could help you hurt more people.
Yeah, but then you got to only hurt people 4 times a week instead of 5 times a week.
Well, then just do 1 weights and 5 jits.
Yeah, so you've just got to add a weights in, mate. If you're small, especially, like you're just ridiculous. Just put on some weight.
Some of the people I've trained with, I've looked at them and just been like, mate, you need to get just way stronger.
Yeah. And when they do, it actually makes it just a huge, like, honestly.
It makes a huge difference. Some of those fellas that I spoke about, like 2 or 3 months ago, they have actually gotten stronger. And I'm like, this has made a big difference to you.
Yeah.
Fair play to you.
There's one kid that trains at our club, and he's just recently getting way stronger. And it's like, I mean, that is the best technique you can do, is just be stronger, simply. Yeah. And you'll just learn, you will be more technical if you're more strong. If you're too weak, you won't be able to know if you get you'll get false negatives in a way. You'll be like, nah, this doesn't work, even though you're doing everything perfectly. It's just that you're just too weak to hold on long enough to make it work.
Yeah.
You just need to up those numbers. Those are rookie numbers, my friend. Wank more. Shout out Wolf of Wall Street.
Love wanking.
Shout out Nicholas Rod.
Nicolas Cage, yeah.
Yeah, he's good. Sarcastic.
Come on,
Well,
let's
no
go.
more USADA in the UFC. Make more BJJ guys likely to transition. We answered this before.
I don't
And the one that, yeah, it's yes for me. It's yes. I think it's a yes. How do you get better at setting up your wrestling shots takedowns? Okay, this is one for me.
This is one for me because I fucking take you down all the time.
Yeah, go.
You got to set them up. You got to set angles. You got to set little traps, angles, traps. You go. That was my answer.
That was a good answer, actually. Okay, let's leave it at that. So basically, here, I'll give you a little formula. That's Charles giving you a formula. Set up traps. I'll give you a formula as well. Push, push, clear grip.
Oh, yeah.
When you clear grip, push, push, fake, clear grip. When you clear the grip, e.g. a collar tie, you do an elbow pass, or if they have a shoulder post, because you just faked, right? Then you pop the shoulder post, or if you just faked and they went front head, you could just take your head out with a grip or use an arm drag, a sucker drag, whatever you want. So you're going to have grip and angle. Then once you have grip and angle, you push again. So you pressure them, and as they push back, they're not ready for a good quality reaction. They're ready for a panic reaction. So you've got your grip and angle, you push into them, you do another fake, and your fake could be bat, or it could be like, a really slow fake where you grab them and walk into them until they give you a reaction. And then you use that secondary reaction. So once you have the grip and angle, whatever fake you do next or whatever move you do next will be highly believed by your opponent. And as such, they will give you strong reactions. And if you're able to counter those strong reactions, then you will have a minimal risk and high reward in your takedown game.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. If it's sweaty, just pull guard. Right. I often try to roll in for a crab ride, all one word, but doesn't seem to work so great. Crab ride. Crab ride. Shout out brides. Shout out email.
I've tried. Yeah, go. Ask the question.
So,
answer the question now.
Answer the fucking story. So, try to get elbow deep. Watch a Lachlan Giles video on the crab ride. I thought that was the best tip. Most people do a crab ride like they learn it from the gi, where you grab the belt from the back and pull the belt and kick their legs away. Then the next version up of that would just be grabbing the hip bones with your fingertips, and then the level up from that would be using that fingertip grip to transition to an elbow deep grip where your hand is basically prying open their thigh, right? And that is what you need to make it work. You can watch a Mikey Musumeci Berimbolo DVD as well. I watched that in its entirety. Highly recommend.
Very good.
There it is. Okay, cool.
Very good. Charles, will deep tier plyometrics help my knee flexion like when kneeling do? Yeah, so, yes. Yeah, it will. Yeah, deep tier plyometrics will certainly help with that, but you want to make sure that your knee is in a position that you can actually do some plyometric movements with it. So if you can already squat to a decent range of motion, trying to squat to a deeper range of motion will obviously help with that knee flexion. But then, doing some deep tier plyometrics, split exchanges, split jumps, low ceiling squats, leaps, those will certainly help. One of the fellas I had on my online programs recently, he did something to his knee, couldn't even do jiu-jitsu, couldn't get into that kneeling position. We strengthened him up over time.
Is it me?
It wasn't you. Started with some isometric holds. Then once he could get some decent strength with isometric holds, we moved on to doing some exercises, squats, split squats, all that kind of stuff. Once that was good, we entered some light tier and deep tier plyometrics. Now he's good as gold. Now he's back on the mats. So yes, deep tier plyometrics will help your knees.
Let's have one more question, because honestly,
correctly.
I have a job and stuff to do.
Oh, where are you going?
And I normally clean the streets at this time. So
We're gonna have to do another podcast this week,
fine, whatever.
Do you have a seminar this weekend?
Yes.
Where?
Shout out Bournemouth.
What day are you going?
Saturday.
But Friday you'll be here, yeah?
Friday I'll be in town.
We'll do a podcast again on Friday. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just choose a really good one to finish. Okay, we got No Faff Marketing who's asked us a double question, so we'll go with them. Shout out No Faff Marketing, by the way, if you're that way inclined.
Shout out.
How do you use socials to promote yourself as an athlete? And who would you like to face at the next ADCC? Honestly, I just want cans all the time. So if everyone who's
who's worse than you, so that you can win.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's much easier, right? And then I can get the prize money much easier. I would much rather to have easy matches and no legacy and all wins and loads of money than all the rest of that shit.
What if you could have both?
Yeah, but that's a bit cringe, isn't it? All right. How do you use socials to promote yourself as an athlete? I just like...
You got a podcast?
Yeah, we have a podcast. I get help from my sponsor, No Faff Marketing, to be honest.
Oh, wow.
You know, she gave me tips on all the kind of stuff I should be doing. Let's be real. Like, I just like troll and insult people online and people seem to like it. I will occasionally do jiu-jitsu or jiu-jitsu related content as well.
Collab posts.
Honestly, the best way is just to win competitions, but failing that, you can just like put up good quality content. Honestly, there's a big difference as well between being good on Instagram and being good at jiu-jitsu. Some people who have no jiu-jitsu qualifications, right, will have like 100k followers or let's say 60k followers just because they consistently put out content. Like, if you're a white belt, you have no clue what is good content and what is shit content. You just go with what is the most appealing and what is the most easy to digest.
Incredible, because you'd be like, oh, he's got 100k followers. It's credible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whereas what you should really be doing is like looking up who is the best in the world and why would I follow anyone else's advice but theirs.
There you go.
But yeah, failing that, like...
You just got to put out you got to put out content that makes sense and that's going to be helpful towards people.
Bear in mind, like, people make up entire martial arts of just complete bullshit and they sell it for loads of money. They make loads of money. So there is a big difference between being good at jiu-jitsu and being good at making money out of jiu-jitsu. One of them is more about being autistic and spending a lot of time on the mats and doing steroids, and the other one is about being personable, buying a camera, buying a microphone and equipment,
starting a podcast,
like having an original name. Those sort of things are like way more important for making money. And like, honestly, you know, just start small, mate.
And we make shit tons
before
of money
we were making
podcasts.
like thousands of pounds per podcast. We were making nothing. Like, I used to teach privates for, you know, once £15. Then it went up to £40, and now they're like £400 per private. I basically don't do them anymore. So, you know, just count on the little guy, I guess.
Man, start from the bottom now.
Now we're here. Shout out Drake.
Basically, put out good content, win competition. Mate, for jiu-jitsu athletes, you got to fucking win competitions. You got to win.
You need to validate yourself with at least one win. One win over one other good person.
Of a good tournament.
Yeah.
Of a
Even
credible
not a whole
tournament.
You just need to beat, because you could beat a tournament and you only beat shit people and no one will ever give a shit. But if you beat someone good, someone who has also beaten other good people, that's all it takes. Yeah. Then you are legit.
Let's finish on that note.
Burn my hand one more time.
Here it is. Over
Thanks,
to the candle.
mate. I just want to feel something.
Let it go. Let it go. Keep going.
It's actually okay still. It's actually okay still. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it hurt a bit quicker.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Guys, remember, like, subscribe, YouTube, Spotify, do all that. Get on my strength program. Buy his DVD. Let's just do all of that.
Join my club. Even if you don't do jiu-jitsu, just sign up on Gym Desk.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. See you later, guys.
Bye.
See you, man.